And welcome to this TIA Markets webinar on trading the brands. What on earth do I mean by trading the brands? It's just a flashy way, I guess you could say, of saying trading single equities, single stocks that people like to be able to trade. We offer around just over 50, I think, single US equities for you to be able to trade, and obviously that does include a lot of large brands such as Apple and Amazon and Facebook, Netflix, etc., etc. So we're just going to go through that with you today, just to show you how to bring those symbols up, exactly which one is which. Just show you how to place a trade and how that how that kind of replicates the real world scenario if you were trading that through a brokerage account at a US brokerage. So without further ado, first thing you want to do, I've got my MT5 demo account up here, and the first thing to do is go up to your Market Watch box over here. I just have a couple of currencies and quantities up there, and I want to add a number of the equities we offer. So it's going to right click over here. I'm going to go down to symbols, and you'll see we are very conveniently over here on the left hand side groups all these different symbols separately. And so you'll see equities. So if we double click on equities or single click, you will then see that we have a long list of equities that we offer you. They're all sorted by the mnemonic that you would expect to find them listed on their respective exchanges: Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P, etc. And as you can see, we have some very well-known names over here that you can trade. We've got Apple, Amazon, Bank of America. Let's see down here. I think we've got Disney. What else we got? Lots of wonderful things you can see as they just scroll through slowly here. Tesla. It's always seems to be a popular one to trade. Starbucks. Walmart. You get the idea. So the way to add them is, as I said, just right click over here, bring up this pop-up box. Over here on the left hand side, you're going to have the different symbols all sorted by their particular group. Go to equities, and then it brings up this long list. Just simply double click on each one. You'll know you've done it because the dollar sign next to the symbol will turn yellow, and you will see them miraculously appear in your Market Watch box. And there you are, you have it. If for some reason or other you're a neat freak and you want to keep your box clean over here, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean to bring up Walmart, just right click on Walmart, hit hide, and it will disappear. Okay. So these single equities replicate exactly what you're going to get on where they are quoted at any given time on the respective exchanges here in the US. Very important to remember, there are no after hours markets on these particular symbols, so they do trade literally from the open at 9:30 a.m. New York time through to 4 p.m. New York time. If there's an earnings announcement or something like that after, they classify as after the bell, which is after 4 p.m. New York time, you will not see any price updates for that until 9:30 the following day. So just be aware of that. It will cease trading at bang on 4 o'clock New York time. In terms of how you trade exactly the same way as you would do any of our other symbols, FX, quantities, and otherwise. You got the price over here. This price is exactly what you will see, as I said, on the respective exchanges. Just double click on the price. You want to buy or sell. You've got the volume up here. And the volume up here, and being MetaTrader, this is all in lots. But what it will show you here, just next to it, one lot is 100 shares of Apple. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to trading shares, I want to know exactly how many I'm buying. So I like it be able to see the exact amount. Trading in lots doesn't mean a whole much to me, but at least I can see there it is. So it's I've got 100 shares. Going to buy them. Hit OK. Come down here to our trade plotter. You see the trade we just did. We bought Apple, time at which we bought them, the volume. Now, I've shown you this before. I think if you watch some other videos on how to place trades, this button on NT5 is configurable. You can right click, go to volumes, and you can see it either lots or amounts. I'm going to switch it to lots. You'll see that number, then go to 1. Okay, that's 1 lot. But if you want to see an actual number of shares purchased, just right click somewhere on there, volumes, and put it on amounts. That keeps it a lot cleaner. You can actually see exactly what you've done. Obviously, you can buy shares. You can also sell shares. You can also go short of shares as well. Because remember, this isn't deliverable. This is just a CFD, so it's a contract for difference. So let's say you wanted to go short of, I don't know, let's pick on Tesla. Okay, we're going to go short of Tesla. Again, you've got 1 lot in there. That is equal to 100 shares of Tesla. I'm going to go short. And let's say I wanted to go and buy 50 shares of Starbucks because, like my family, everybody seems to drink just about everything from Starbucks. So why not? So let's go and buy. We're going to buy 50 shares. Okay, so 50 shares of Starbucks. You can see we've got it loaded as 1 lot. Is 100. So we just want to put that as a 0.5. Okay, and we'll buy there. This works exactly the same. As I said, this trade is done just after these trades here are just done just after 3 p.m. New York time, 22:02, 03, 04 MetaTrader time. Pricing will stop at 4 p.m. You will not be able to do anything with those positions in just under an hour's time. But for all intents and purposes here, we're just going to show you, you close these trades out exactly the same way as you would any other trade. Just double click on the price, hit close, and then go along to your history tab at the bottom. And depending on how you have it sorted, I have most recent at the bottom. You'll be able to see you bought that 50 shares of Starbucks for a price 83.12. You sold it a penny higher, and you've made a whopping 50 cents, which wouldn't actually buy you very much at Starbucks these days, if anything. So same principle over here. Apple, we'll close that out. Okay, go across to our history. You're probably wondering here why the Apple one has actually shown up above Starbucks, because I have it sorted by the time they were placed. If I have these actually sorted by the time they were closed, you'll see Apple on the bottom. So I bought them 194.16. I sold them at 194.18. So I had 100 shares. I made 2 cents on 100, which means I made a whopping $2. And then we've got our last trade over here where we sold 100 Tesla at 226.08. There we go. We sold 100 Tesla at 226.08, and we bought them back at 225.98. Made 10 cents on 100 shares. You made $10. Not bad, eh? Look at that. We made $12.50. So that's how it works. You can run a position as we did then for a minute or two. You can have a long-term hold, whatever your investing strategy is. We can accommodate, but just do bear in mind these symbols do only price during the exchange hours for which they are active, which, as I said, is between 9:30 Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just one thing to note is these share prices do get adjusted for dividends. So you will receive a dividend, but the price also gets adjusted for the dividend as well. Okay. If you are short, when a dividend is paid out, you will be charged for the dividend, but the share price will be adjusted downwards. Okay, so it's going to sort of be very much resemble a real world example there. So those adjustments will be made, and we follow the exact economic calendar which each individual share does. Obviously, they all pay dividends on different dates. So there you have it. Very, very simple to be able to trade the big name brands here at TM Markets. We wish you the very best of luck, and look forward to you trading us for us soon.